Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how can you do this.
Run to me, confess your love, at least just say, confess your love, at least say, confess your love.
So let's open up After Effects and okay, get your clips ready, just like this. I'm having these clips the same as I've shown in the intro. So first of all, we're gonna have to copy this composition settings 9020 by 1080p, and now there are two ways to do it. First is like, for example, if we do with the Twixtor with original FPS, the second is like we do with additional for interpolation method. So for this one we can do like this. It's 23.976. It's his original frame rates of the clip, so that's how you can do it. For example, I can show you from here. It's the original FPS. I've put it in here. So we're just gonna do the other method to make it even more smoother. So I'm just gonna delete the Twixtor like this, and for example, I'm just gonna pre-compose all the layers. I'm just gonna export it as like its original frame rates, just like this. So I'm just going to export it like this. I'm just gonna add to render queue to like these pre-comps, just like here. So now we're gonna change his settings to like, wait, so I'm just gonna show you. You always have to choose QuickTime Apple ProRes 444. This is what I use. So this is always works when you have to do like a frame interpolation. Now you can choose the location, whatever you want to export it. So I'm just gonna hit the render. So I basically already exported that, so I'm just gonna show you the quick method. So this is what I have. This is a raw clip, and look, the FPS is 23.976 and it's 1080 like basically. So I'm just gonna go and open up Flowframes and I'm gonna put all these clips, and one by one actually. So I'm gonna be showing you how you can increase the FPS. Wait, I have two Flowframes open. Okay, this is it. So from here you don't have to change anything except the frame rates. For example, I'm keeping it to 300, just like this, and just that's it. It interpolate after you're done with like your values. And also you have to change the format to MOV because we already exported it in MOV, and that's all. Now you're gonna have to wait for it to be done. That's it. Yeah. Now you can check the result. Look how smooth it is. Now, okay. So I'm gonna put all the clips in like FPS folder, just like to arrange it. And now I'm just gonna rearrange it. Just like this. So now it's looking smooth. Now we have to just pre-comp, just like this. And we're gonna put Twixtor on it, Twixtor Pro. And you gonna have to copy the same settings as I've mentioned in like the intro, but just we need to change the input frame rates because it needs to be 300 because we did 300 while interpolating. So this is what we have. Now we're just gonna enable the keyframes. For example, we have like a keyframe in here. We'll try to change it to 45. Now for some reason the character isn't moving. Let's try to change the values. Not working. So let's try to like make a space between it. Try to change the values. Not working. So we're just gonna go inside and change the frame when it's like there, whatever. So now it's looking good, but the values are not slowing down. So we're gonna check the second keyframe. Yeah, we're gonna have to change the second keyframe to like something like 45, right? So let's go and change the value to 45 and the one first one.
Run to
Yeah, now it's perfect.
run.
So first is fast and second is 45. That's making it faster to slow. And we're just gonna have to put 160 again to make it faster. Faster to slow, slow to faster. That's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna repeat the process just like this one. We're just gonna put the 45 keyframes again, just like here.
Run to me.
Perfect. Now we're just gonna put like 160 speed again on the third beat
Run to
make it faster again. And don't worry about the flow, we can fix it after doing the graph. So we're just gonna keep doing like this. I'm gonna fast forwarding the video to make it even more faster because we have to cover the video in 16 minutes. Alright, so like this is it, this is how it looks. So we're just gonna easy ease and we're gonna go to graphs to make the graph better because it's not good right now. So for example, we're gonna have to make the graph smoother in order to make our edit smoother, just like this one. So we're editing this at like 300 FPS actually, so the smoothness is gonna be better. In my opinion, in these type of edits, you always have to do interpolation because it's make your video even more smoother. So my bad. Alright,
run to
it's
me.
looking good.
Run to me.
Perfect. Now you can just repeat the process or you can just copy paste the whole Twixtor on it. I'm just gonna fast forwarding the video. That's it. Now we're just gonna make like a new null object to make like motion, you know, the null transition to make it zoom and zoom out like with smooth flow. So how we're gonna do that, we will just gonna make a new null layer and we will just gonna connect the clip to the null just like this. We're gonna put the scale and position keyframe at the first, then we will, yeah, just like this. Now we're gonna go to the second beat and we will try to zoom in on the first beat. And let me try to adjust the keyframes like this. Wait. So first we will just gonna zoom out to zoom in. For that we're gonna have to put motion tiles to make it like, you know, zooming out to zoom in, just like this. And we will just gonna mess around with the keyframes just like this. And yeah, we're adjusting it like, alright, so we're just gonna have to easy ease now, and we're just gonna, this is a value graph, so we have to always convert it to speed graph in order to make like flow in the edit. So this is speed graph. So for the first frame, for the first beat, we always do this type of graph. Basically I do this graph. So I use flow to copy the graph to other keyframes, just like this one. Now it's looking good. Now we're just gonna put like another null object for the second beat. Just gonna cut this and we're just gonna add another one. So basically we're just gonna have to do this, like connect and do the keyframes again. But this time we're just gonna have to overlap. Overlap meaning is like when the first null is ending, we're gonna have to start right before it's end to make the transition look smoother. Yeah, this is how we can overlap, and we're just gonna put the same, not the same, but we can adjust the graph like this according to our need. So this is basically actually simple. We can use the same graph as before. Now it's looking good. Now we're just gonna repeat the process. So I'm speeding the video because we have to cover the whole video in 16 minutes. So I'm just gonna do the adjusting again. And we're just gonna put the same graph on it. Like this. And like, now it's looking like this. Perfect.
confess your love.
Perfect. Okay. For the motion blur, you always have to turn on the motion blur. You can also change shutter angle from advanced settings. This is actually called like motion blur settings.
We confess your love, at least just confess your love, at least.
So motion blur like plays an important role in like while editing like velocity edits. So you always have to check your motion blur values in composition settings. I hope you liked the video and I hope you're enjoying the video. Well, so I'm fast forwarding the video to make it faster. Alright, we're almost done with the velocity. So we will just gonna have to
Run
like
to me,
repeat the process.
run
Now it's
to
looking
me,
like this.
Run to me, confess your love, at least just say, confess your love, at least say, confess your
But we
love.
have some issues at the end, so let me just fix it real quick. Yeah, like this. Alright, now it's perfect. Okay, so now we're just gonna do the picture slide transition part. So for the easiest way, what are you gonna do? We can go to the first frame of the video. This is not the one. Okay, now we're just gonna open up the FX console to like take a screenshot of that part, just like this one. And I will just gonna go to Google to remove the background of it to save time, to make it really faster. I use this website to remove the background, but you can also use RotoBrush. And RotoBrush was not working well on that because it was 300 FPS. That's why I had to do that. Now we're just gonna fit this frame to the composition and we'll try to match it with the next frame. Then we'll try to do the transition on it. Now we'll check the beats, when to start and when to end, like
Run to me, run
right
to me,
here. Okay, so we're just gonna add a null object on it, and we're just gonna do position keyframe. The first gonna be on the head, then the first needs to be changed, and the second needs to be default. Perfect, just like this.
Run to me, confess.
By the way, you guys can slow it down the video.
Run to me, confess.
Perfect. So now it's looking perfect. To make it even more better, we can use BCC ripple effect.
To me, confess your love, at least just say.
Now it's looking perfect. Now we're just gonna make a new adjustment layer to make like BCC ripple effect, just like this one, right when the beat starts and right before the beat starts. And now I'm just gonna put like BCC ripple dissolve, and you can do like random settings, but the animation tuning should be like really flowy, so you always have to put -60 and -60 in easy ease and easy out. Now it's kind of looking like this, but don't worry, we'll fix it. I'm just gonna do the same process on the second layer, -60 and -60. On the first layer, now, yeah, perfect. Now we can change the color. Yeah, the color should be. Now we can just simply reverse it to make the transition reverse. Just like this. Now it's looking perfect. So guys, this is how you can make like a velocity edit in like a really short period of time. So this is my first ever video tutorial in this account. So I hope you like it. Well, see you in the next video. Bye bye.